Good morning. Good morning, singers. Good morning. Good morning. It is almost 10:30 here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So good morning to you, wherever you are hearing this from. I wanted to pop on here and continue our conversation from last week. Last week, we talked about what to do when you're discouraged, keeping things simple. And today, I want to give you some practical tips to get started. These could be practical tips for you if you are a brand new singer, if you are a beginning singer, but also these could be just really good restart tips, refresh tips. Let's say you want to get back into singing, or you've just hit a slump in your semester or in your vocal training and you need just a restart, a refresh. So good morning, good morning. If you're just now popping on, please say hi so I can welcome you. So last week we talked about keeping things simple in our minds and keeping things simple on our faces. But how do you start as a singer? Well, of course, the best thing to do is to have a teacher that can walk you through things. But if you don't have a teacher and that's not possible for you right now, a method book will be a great place to start. And I will get some links to some method books that I use all the time. There aren't as many method books in the voice world as you'll find in the piano world or in the band or orchestral world. But there's a really good tried and true one that I like to use, and they have it for every voice part. So there's one for soprano, one for mezzo / alto, one for tenor, and one for bass. And just going through those method books can give you a sense for what exercises are good to start with. And it can also give you a sense for where you're going, what skills you need to develop. You'll notice that as the books go on, the skills get more and more advanced, and the technique required is, it just requires more and more technique as you go and as you build. So welcome, welcome. Good morning. I am so glad you're here with me. Please say hi in the comments because I'd love to welcome you. Hello. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. So the first step I would say is get a teacher or join a choir. And if you can't get a voice teacher at this stage of your journey, you can use my warm-up videos that are here on this platform on YouTube and get yourself a really good method book. And like I said, I will do maybe when I do my live stream next Thursday, I can give you some links. You're in Indonesia. That's fantastic. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Are you a singer? Do you sing? So the method book that I use, the one for sopranos, starts with a very simple ma, ma, ma. So in solfege, that's so, mi, do. Why you speak English? I speak English because that's my native tongue. That's why. But I do sing in multiple languages. I sing in French, German, Italian, Latin, of course, English, sometimes Spanish. As singers in the States, those are typically the languages that we are taught to sing. Yeah, thanks for asking. So the thing about a method book is that hopefully it's designed by someone who knows what they're doing, and they will start you in a nice medium part of your range. So you'll notice that on my voice warm-up videos, I don't start in the extremes of the range. I don't start really high. I don't start really low. I start right in the middle of the range for most people. So most sopranos and altos, most treble voices, women's voices, are going to start around the middle C range, and then most tenor bass voices are going to start the octave below middle C. That's typically a comfortable spot to start warming up your voice. So that's step one, is get yourself a teacher, get in a choir, use the vocal warm-up videos, any combination of those that you're able to do, and get yourself a really good method book. And I'll make that my goal, that by next Thursday morning when I come on and do a live stream, I will have links for you to the ones that I use and love. And then start working through those method books for your voice type. It doesn't really matter what your genre is. It would be good for you to grow your instrument, all of your instrument, the full capacity of your instrument through these method books. And it'll just give you lots of possibilities, no matter your genre. I think it's important that even if your genre keeps you probably like maybe in a certain register of your voice, and you don't venture out of that register very often, I still think it's really important to develop the whole of your instrument, the full depth and breadth of your instrument, so that you do have choices, options, possibilities. The other thing I want to say, after getting a voice teacher, jumping in a choir, grabbing a method book and starting to work through a method book and using tutorials on YouTube to help you know how to actually sing the method book well, right, is take really good care of your instrument. Take good care of your voice. So if you have a water bottle with you, grab your water bottle. Let's just drink some good water. I'm in a 45-day wellness program right now, and part of it has nothing to do with music. It's just a wellness program. And part of the program, one of the 5 things I have to do every day. Hey, welcome. Waither. Is it Walther? Did I say that right? Sakimin? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Is drink 64 ounces of water every day. And that's important for any of us, musicians, non-musicians, to drink plenty of water every day. But for singers, really important for the maintenance and care of your voice, that you're drinking lots of water. So there are so many pieces to our vocal health, but that's the big one I want to focus on today, because we're talking about how to get started in singing, or how to restart as a singer, how to kind of refresh and get a new start if you've kind of hopped off of singing for a while, or if you just need a little encouragement to get back in there again. I am from the US. I'm from the eastern part of the US. How about you? Are you in the US? Nilroy, welcome. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Are y'all singers? So we're talking today about how to get started as a singer. We talked last week about how to, keep from being discouraged. And this week, I just want to help you know what to do to get yourself started. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here. So next Thursday, I will be doing a live stream. Louie, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I will do a live stream at the same time, and I'm going to have links for you to the method books that I like to use for myself and my students, so that you can grab yourself a method book based on your voice part. You may not know what your voice part is. Women are generally sopranos or altos. Altos, we could say alto or mezzo soprano. Men are typically tenors or basses. So if you're a man and you have a higher voice, you feel like the higher notes are easier for you, probably you'll want to get the tenor book. If you are a man and you're like, oh, I really, the bass note, the lower notes feel more comfortable for me, then go ahead and get the bass book. The nice thing is you could use any of the books and them have exercises that you can use no matter your voice part. Okay, I hope that gives you some good ideas about how to get started as a singer or how to get started again as a singer. How to maybe jumpstart or give yourself a little motivation if you're in the slump of mid-semester. So my challenge for you today is drink your water. Try to get at least 64 ounces of water a day to keep your voice healthy, number one. And number two, start using the vocal warm-up videos every day. Get yourself in a choir and or get yourself a voice teacher. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for being here. I will see you next Thursday morning about this same time. Okay, take good